Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Frank Hood, and today we are going to talk about how to choose a software as a beginner graphic designer or design artist. Choosing a software to begin with when you are just starting out can be a bit challenging. Talking from experience, it's not easy. Because look, in your mind, you have the popular softwares like the Adobe Suite. Why? Because most of the designs you see every day are designed by the Adobe Suite. It's either Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Lightroom, Premiere Pro. The list is endless. Yes, it's the industry standard. That's why. Yeah, the Adobe Suite is the industry standard. That's why. But today I'm going to show you 3 reasons why you shouldn't start with those softwares when you're just starting out. Please note, I'm not saying don't use those softwares. Trust me, those softwares are just fine. They work just fine. So here are the 3 reasons why you shouldn't start with the Adobe Suite as a beginner. Point number 1, the learning curve. The Adobe Suite is the industry standard, hence its capabilities and functionality may overwhelm you if you are a beginner. Trust me, when you're just starting out, you need a simple and easy to learn software. You don't want a complicated interface. You don't want you don't want anything that is complicated, because trust me, you will be frustrated before you even start. I remember when I started out, I installed Photoshop. I didn't I didn't have the chance to see this video because I'm the one who was actually creating it. Okay, I didn't consider my operating system. I didn't consider uh my I didn't consider other alternatives that I could use. So I started using Photoshop, and man, it was really difficult. I started, the learning curve was really, really long. And trust me, if you have been there, you know what I'm saying. Okay. So if you stick around at the end, I'm going to recommend you a perfect software to start with uh, in this video. So let me just go to number 2. The Adobe Suite is not free, right? It is not free. It's a bummer when you're just starting. Trust me, you don't want unnecessary expenses when your goal is just about learning. I know some people use cracked versions, but trust me on this one, you don't wanna be caught. Just starting out without a crime or fraud is just the right thing to do. Yeah, I know a lot of people be like, you know what? I have a cracked version. I use the cracked version. Yes, you're using the cracked version, but if you get caught, man, the you don't want to you don't want to get caught. So it's not free. The Adobe Suite is not free. Okay, going on to the point number 3, the operating system. I have come to understand that the Adobe Suite runs perfectly on high-end computers with at least 8 gigabytes of RAM. And most of beginners, when they just starting out, they will just have a PC. Trust me, you don't wanna buy a high-end computer just to start out. You know, uh, I remember myself when I was just starting out, I only had a PC. So with only a PC, you cannot run Adobe Illustrator or Adobe Photoshop smoothly. It will be lagging and it might crash. So in my own experience, I couldn't use it because I had a low-end computer, and whenever I tried to be creative, the system could crash. And because I didn't have the knowledge that I am telling you today, that before you install a software, check the system requirements. And Whenever you're installing a software, people tend to ignore the messages that pop up when you're installing a software. Please, you don't want to skip those messages, because that's where it tells you that the system minimum system requirements is 8 gigabytes of RAM. And if you don't have 8 gigabytes of RAM and you go ahead and install, it's not going to give you maximum performance. It's going to be lagging. It's going to be really hard. You're trying to learn, and then the software is actually giving you problems on your computer. So you need a good operating system. You need to install a software that works well with the operating system that you will be using. So then, what should we use when you're just starting out? What should you use? As for me, I could recommend Inkscape. You might ask me, what is Inkscape? I have never heard about it, or you have heard about it, but you just ignore it and be like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with the correct version of Adobe Illustrator, or the correct version of Photoshop, or you actually bought Photoshop, or you actually bought Adobe Illustrator for the purposes of learning. And some of you, I know you're beginners not because you want to take it as a career, but you want to take it as a side hustle. And you don't want to add expenses to a side hustle. Yes, I understand if it's a studio. Yeah, this is now a business, a big business. So you can now afford to buy the Adobe Suite and use it on a studio. Yes, if your vision is to get to a studio level or to be employed as a graphic designer or design artist, yeah, you really want to learn the Adobe Suite. But if you're just starting out, start with Inkscape. And then as you master Inkscape to that level, you will see that your learning curve when you go to the Adobe Suite will be just smooth. It will be easy for you to learn. With Inkscape, one can produce a wide variety of art, from photorealistic drawings to organizational charts. Inkscape uses SVG, a powerful vector drawing language, and W3C web standard as its native language. SVG drawings can be directly viewed by all major web browsers and can easily be embedded into web pages. Inkscape is available for free in Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems. Let me tell you, Inkscape is the direct substitute to Illustrator. Yeah, it is the direct substitute to Illustrator. All that you can do in Illustrator, you can do in Inkscape. Okay, so some of the reasons why you should choose Inkscape as a beginner is that it shortens your learning curve for you to get started as soon as possible. So it shortens your learning curve. So if you see on my I have a Inkscape tutorial, beginner tutorial. I'll show you the interface is very simple, and it's just simple to learn. Your learning curve will be really, really short. It is free and open source, which means you're starting clean and you can easily update when another or a new version comes out. So the good about this, you don't have a cracked version, you have the original version. So when the update comes, you just update to the new version, which is a good thing. So it is also lightweight, which means even if you have a low-end computer, it can run smoothly without lagging. And trust me, you don't want to crash your computer when you're just starting out, because you'll be adding expenses to yourself, because you killed your computer is now slowing down, and you know. So if you'd like to try and see how it works, the link is in the video description. And I also have a playlist of Inkscape tutorials to get you started as soon as possible. So the link of how you can download the Inkscape software is in the video description. uh, and throughout my use of this software, I've discovered that this software is powerful enough to substitute Illustrator. Yeah, I just keep on saying this. It is powerful enough to substitute Illustrator. And the other thing you should know when you're just starting out is that a software is just a tool, and it doesn't matter which one you're using. As long as you are able to solve problems with that software, you're good. And this wraps it up. If you find value in this video and you'd like to see more content like this, please consider hitting that subscribe button and share the video, and see you in another one. Franco signing up.